bottles of wine per month to stay commissionable? And the second question is it $79 or $70 to enroll without the product option? Okay. First question is, you do need to get 4 bottles of wine per month, but if you have 2 customers, or if you have 2 customers ordering 2 bottles or 1 customer ordering 4 bottles, so if you have 4 bottles of wine flowing through your organization, you can waive your monthly shipment if you want to. Okay. But remember, even, if you get your wine every month, it's a business expense at the end of the year. So if you're buying wine anyways, it doesn't really make sense for you to not get your wine because you're going to be buying wine anyways. And then obviously after you get your customers, then you get 3 customers, your wine is free. Second question is, it's a $70 yearly fee for the non-product enrollment, which we should only be discussing with people that are in states that do not have are not able to get direct sellers. It's also really good for if you have expats. I know with me, I'm a military spouse, so I do have people that are overseas and looking into the option. So it's a good option for people like that. But it is $70 for the year, but you have to have a certain amount of sales volume flowing through your organization every month. I think it's 150 or 250 business volume, which there is a corporate call. You can go into your back office and there is a corporate call that actually discusses all the nitty gritty details of that. But basically I think you have to sign up probably either 1 distributor or 3 customers a month to be able to collect your commissions. Whereas with, the product option, there's no monthly minimums for, once you start rank advancing and once you start, getting dual team qualified and getting that residual income, you don't need to be performing a certain amount every month to receive that.
Awesome. I have one more question to piggyback. You clarified quite a bit. Thank you. The free wine, does it have to be 3 customers or can it be 2 distributors and 1 customer?
It has to be customers because you're getting paid way more off of distributors with the fast start bonus and all that. And then obviously your distributors are going to be, working the business, but it's 3 customers. And remember, your 3 customers, if they bring on 3 customers, they also can get free wine.
Right.
So that's just a customer incentive in general. And the cool thing about that is if your customers bring on 3 customers, then you get paid off of that because they can't get paid because they're not a distributor. So
yay.
Your customers, whenever I get a new customer, what I always do is I show them how to put out there. I say okay, did you get your confirmation email? Did you see that you have a customer number? If you want to get somebody to sign up as a customer, the best way for them to do it now, since they created that separate website for customers, is to say your website, if you want people to sign up, and just say it works like an affiliate code, or it works like an affiliate link, and just say, you just type in, or just say, this is my link if you want, wine, and show them how to do that. And just say, remember, once you have your 3 customers, once you refer 3 people, your wine is free every month, not just that 1 month. They just have to pay, I think it's $6 or $8 for shipping, depending on whether they're getting 2 or 4 bottles. And it doesn't matter if you have a 4-bottle customer and they refer 3 2-bottle customers, it doesn't matter. Mm-hmm. It's 3 customers in general. Okay. It's not any specific monetary amount.
Right.
So
good question. Thank you.
Okay.
So else have any of those sort of housekeeping type questions?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Anyone? I know Tiffany, you're brand new, and I'm sure that Mackenzie's doing a great job of onboarding you, but if you have any questions, and you don't feel like you can only ask them here, you can also go in the Facebook group and ask them whenever.
Mm-hmm.
But.
Right. I'm still trying to process everything, to be honest with you. So I'm just taking it all in at this point.
Cool. Awesome. Did you get hooked up with the training website and stuff?
I did that this weekend.
Okay.
Is that the I think that's the information, Mackenzie, that you sent me on Thursday.
It's winematebrigade.com. Is that what it is?
Also, all the info is actually pinned to the top of the Facebook group. So if you ever forget, it's like literally we pinned it to the top. So it has the website and everything. So you can just scroll through that. And there's a lot of like, if you watch like any of the videos that we've posted that are, in WineMates, if you're bored or if you're like getting ready and putting your makeup on and just want to like watch a quick like 15-minute video, I would just encourage you to, all of you, like if you're bored and if you just want to get like some quick motivation, like just go and click and do like 15-minute, like, whatever, get a little bit of knowledge on one thing or another.
Okay.
So
One thing I don't have a question on, but I just wanted to share with anybody who's either watching this or is watching the replay, if you don't have up to 2 or 3 downlines yet, you make sure that as you're getting those people to come on board, that you're switching your binary from left to right. Because I ended up with 6 on one leg. And
you have up to 3 days to switch those. Did you figure that out after 3 days?
Yeah, I was able to get one person over onto the other binary. Like, thank you, Tiffany, for holiday weekend going out and to FedEx office and sending that in. I appreciate it. But it's cool. I got like 3 more people who want to come on. So I'll just build up that other leg.
Yeah,
Nice.
It'll be like, you don't even worry about that because like, honestly, like 2 people in the grand scheme of things is not, and you'll still get paid off of their check matching bonus.
Oh, cool.
It's really only off of the binary that it really even matters. That's but obviously, you want to build up the binary, but it like you still get paid like your check matching bonus and all of that other stuff from them too. So
Yeah.
So can we talk about strategy with that for 1 second? Once you've got your people and you're hitting rank, should you be loading your weak leg volume so that it continue? Okay, all right, then I'm doing it right.
Until your legs even out, which I have 40 people. Well, I think I have like probably 75 people on my weak leg right now. But like my strong leg, like Lauren put me on her strong leg. So I have all of Wine Warriors on my strong leg. So it's going to take me like 2 years to even get there. I don't even know if I'll ever.
I know. That's why I was like, whenever Kelly was my first person. And so I was just like, la, 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 like, I don't know, like, how's this going to work? So I put her on my right leg. That's what it's set to. And then I started building my left, and I was like, oh, crap. Because Kelly's on my right strong leg. So, like
She's building.
she's like freaking gave my right side a lift even more. I'm like, which is amazing. I mean, like she said.
But it would have been better for you if I was on your other leg because you would have.
But you don't know. You have no idea at the beginning. Like,
yeah, she thought I was going to be a total screw up.
no, I didn't. I didn't know what I was doing. That was like back in the day. Like, I mean, like.
That was back when I was like, I guess I'll do this.
No, I didn't know. I was like, and at that point, all that volume wasn't built up. So it was almost even.
We joined Direct Sellers when there was like 2,000 people in the entire organization.
Yeah, and it was tiny.
There was like 20 people in Wine Warriors. Mm-hmm. I remember when they made the announcement that we got 100.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. So
yeah,
all
I
those
think I was
people
number
right now.
It was early.
So that's gonna be you guys in like.
Yeah, that's us guys. Like this is like the baby step video. We're gonna have so many people on our calls. We're gonna have to like scroll through to see like who all's on here. Yeah,
we'll probably have so many people on our calls eventually that you like if you don't sign on right when the call starts, they get bumped off.
Yeah. Now. And I'm not gonna pay to do the membership for a while, just so that happens, just so we feel really awesome.
Nice.
Like Hunger Games trying to get onto the call.
Sorry, guys.
So.
Okay. All right. Does anybody else have anything because this is good. This is good chatter. I love it because this is what's on your in the psyche here. It's the stuff you guys are thinking about. So we have plenty of time to go over the topic we had tonight, which is consistency and mindset. So total loaded topic there. But if you guys have anything that you have on your mind, like let's chat. But if not.
Or any wins for the week? Does anybody have any like big wins for the week? I mean, I know Mackenzie like ranking advanced 3 times and like.
Mackenzie's killing it, bro.
And Andrea is 1 person away from being master seller.
Woo!
Andrea, freaking you rallied, girlfriend.
Good job.
You rallied. I remember like a few weeks ago, you were like about to like shoot your computer and stuff. You were getting angry on some posts. I was like, oh my God. Okay.
I gotta drop it like it's hot.
And then you got it back on, and then you're like on fire. I love it. And I love all
Yeah.
your sassy picture posts, like of you doing crazy funny things in your yard and all that.
Guys, a self timer on your camera is your best friend. It's so fun.
Or like, so for me, I have this camera.
You're
Yeah.
so fancy.
That's a nice camera. Those are
I
cool.
love it.
Yeah, you can switch out the lenses, but the cool thing about it is that you can use your phone as a self timer.
Oh, is that how you do it?
Yeah, so you can like preview on the phone and just.
Ah,
I was all like, what kind of tripod does she have out there? Like, well, I guess you have that. You probably do have a tripod, but I was like,
Yeah, but like, look at,
camera.
I take like the same picture over, well, you can't really see because it's glowing, but I take the same pictures like over and over and over again and just like move my head a little bit. Luckily, I live on the side of a mountain and nobody can see anything. It was really awkward when I used to live in a neighborhood. My neighbor would come and be like, "What are you doing in the middle of the road with your tripod?"
photo shoot.
Okay.
I'm like,
Nothing to see here. Move along, mountain people.
Yeah.
You guys, I have a Bluetooth remote that works really well. It's like super easy. I have a tripod for the iPhone and a Bluetooth remote came with it, and it's just super easy to operate. It doesn't work for lives though, but it does work for just the camera, just taking photos.
I know. I want to get some more lighting, like for my actually.
you can get a rig a circle light, like the circle light things. I think that
Diva ring or something.
Yeah, that goes on your phone. I'm thinking like maybe like for my computer. Oh, look it. She's got
Yeah.
one. Come on,
Yeah.
Courtney. Post some freaking selfies with your selfie circle thing.
Where is it? The battery dies really fast. Like, I just charged it before our accountability call and it's already dead.
Oh,
So-
dang it.
Oh, wow.
Don't get this one. But they have better quality. They're like this.
Okay.
And you can also take like you know those LED like Christmas lights, like not the ones with like the things, but like
The rope lights?
Yeah, you can like go and like get like basically like a small hula hoop or something and like string it around if you want to be like super ghetto about it.
Heck yeah, man.
Find a cheap one if you wanted though.
Yes. It's going to be like Christmas in my office. It'd be awesome. Or some sort of like, if they're going to be thinking I'm having some sort of like rage or something.
Say constant party.
Yeah, right? Okay, so do you wanna hop into talking about consistency and
Yeah,
some mindset action?
I think consistency probably goes first. Or
Yeah, man. I got some good notes here. Some legit notes. Okay, so you guys, welcome to the call. I'm gonna go ahead and I've been recording since the beginning because I thought that was some really great nuggets. So I'm gonna go ahead and mute everybody's lines, so don't be offended. But it is May 30th, if you can believe it. And I'm Lauren Wentz, obviously. I thought maybe it'd probably be a good idea if we start like maybe saying our names every once in a while on these calls, just to, if you share it with people and they can actually see, and hear who we are. So tonight, the topic, as she said, and I said earlier, consistency and mindset. So I just want to, give you guys like an air fist pump here, some explosion, because you guys are doing awesome. You guys are here. And I know it takes, some planning and scheduling for you guys to be on these calls. We have different time zones. Soon we're going to be having people in different continents and different, countries and, all these things, and that, we're all going to have to adjust. But the fact that you guys are all on this call tonight, I want to just congratulate you, because that's, even if it's just, Kelly and I even did calls when it was just her and I. Like, that's how consistent we've been this whole time. So I want to just first, give a big bravo to you guys. I'm also going to give a few tips tonight on how to be more consistent. And I know in our lives, it's like we have to make decisions sometimes. Like, we have a lot going on, and sometimes things just have to take a back seat, to everything else that's going on. So at no point am I going to be lecturing you guys or trying to course you guys into doing anything with this business that you're not willing to do, because that's literally a waste of my time and a waste of your time, because it's not going to matter unless you guys make the decision. And Kelly will discuss that in the mindset portion of this call, because it's really intertwined beautifully, consistency and having a positive and having a great mindset. But we all know that things like freaking rock our worlds and wreck our lives on a day-to-day basis, whether it's a small catastrophic event or like a gigantor moving mountains event, that you have to evaluate that situation and adjust. And so at no point am I singling anyone out or want to make you feel like I'm telling you you're not being consistent. It's just important for us to talk about it. So, success is the sum of small efforts repeated day in and day out. So you guys, that works for being positively consistent and negatively consistent. If you think that for 1 second you're not a consistent person in some way, shape, or form, you're lying, because that means that you think that all these possibly negative things that you're doing on a day-to-day basis isn't considered consistency. And that 100% is. It's a matter of what you're doing day in and day out, the choices you make, what you choose to spend your time doing. And so if you consistently stop at Sonic every morning and get a drink, and you think that's just part of your routine, no, you are consistently making a decision to stop at Sonic or stop at McDonald's and get $1 drink. So good that they're cheaper than Big Gulps at 7-Eleven. I had to drive a little bit to get it. Anyways. I had to make the decision to do that. Do I consistently go and get a Dr. Pepper every single day? No, I don't. That literally only happens maybe once in a while, and it was $1, so that was even more enticing. But that's not something that I can say I'm consistent at doing. So that's a good thing, right? Because it's probably not good I drink pop, So think about that. If you want to be taken seriously, you have to be consistent. So you're here. So I'm going to take you more seriously when if some of you message me after this call and you say, I'm struggling, I really need some help, blah, blah, blah. Like, I'm going to take you more seriously because you are getting on this call every week, and I want to invest my time in you because you are clearly wanting to invest in what we have going on here, this culture, and I want to be able to help you. I'm going to naturally be more willing to help you. Not that I'm not willing to help other people on the team, but I see the work you're putting in, and we just need to adjust some things and, whatever in that sense. So I'm going to take you more seriously. If you say, Lauren, I want you to be my accountability partner, I want you to be in my accountability group or whatever, then I'm going to take you more seriously than it is like, if it's someone I know I'm going to have to call a million times or message a million times to get them to communicate with me. So if you are persistent, you will get it. If you are consistent, you will keep it. So don't confuse the two. If you're persistent and you're talking to someone over and over and over again, and they finally sign up or they finally become a customer, that's an amazing thing. But you can't ride that high forever, you guys, because we're trying to build a huge team here. We want to see you guys explode. I know we all have gigantic financial dreams. We have gigantic goals for our lives. So don't confuse being persistent and being a little bulldog to being, consistent and being a lion and being, just really having your world in order, because you're not going to see growth that way. And you're going to get discouraged, I promise you. And then again, it's going to really fall into your mindset. So here are a couple tips I wanted to just go over. I want to transition into Kelly being able to talk here, so I'm not going to take up much more of your time, but the tips. You guys got to be realistic, okay? First and foremost, we have to be realistic. You got to change your thinking, because it all starts up here, because you guys made the decision. You made the decision to spend part of your finances, part of that financial allotment that you have to do whatever you have for the month, allocated for whatever. You had to maybe adjust some things. You had to do whatever you needed to do to make this happen. So you made the decision to be here. You saw the value. You may have went in blind like Kelly and I both did. Like I trusted who I was talking to on my upline. And then I was like, oh crap. Like what did I do? I mean, I knew that it was an amazing thing, but I had to be realistic about the environment that I was in now. I'm in the world of wine. I'm not in the fitness and wellness industry anymore. You know, I couldn't jump right out of the gates and have this wild set of goals that were unrealistic and then not expect for myself to get discouraged halfway through if I'm like, why are things not working out? Because I wasn't realistic from the beginning. So we want you guys to succeed because we don't want to see you guys, you know, it does break our hearts a bit whenever we see you guys getting discouraged, but then we get over it really freaking fast because we've given you guys so many amazing resources. We have the winematebrigade.com, our training site. So if you guys have not visited that once, then I highly encourage you guys. That's a great place to start. It's a hub of information. It's great. So if you're not actually going to, if you don't want to be realistic and, you know, change your thinking, then I can't help you get out of that rut. That's going to only be in your mind. So Kelly will talk about that. You know, however, let me see my next point. So don't make a generalized, just be more consistent plan. You got to think of that in your life, because we all have different things going on in our lives. Andrea, I'm pretty sure you're in a hotel room right now, right? You're not home. Okay. So we all have things going on, like, you know, lots of things. So don't just do like this random, like, be more consistent plan and like give yourself a pep talk. And then tomorrow I'll be like, okay, what was that call all about last night? You know, not even know. So you got to think about specific areas in your life that you can be more consistent in. If it's something about, if you 100% you guys should be doing some sort of personal development, some sort of positivity, whatever your mantras are. Like if you repeat, like in the morning, you know, I repeat a few things. You know, I have my little routines. I've been out of my workout routines for a while, and I can notice a change in my attitude, my change in my life when I'm not consistently doing that. It boosts my confidence when I'm like, yo, I showed up and I worked out today, even if it was like, you know, 10 minutes, like whatever it is, I showed up, and it does something to your soul. You're like, I did what I said I was going to do. Kelly and I talk about this a lot. You guys, we have to be consistent when we're making appointments and doing like that, things like that with, you know, if you are making calls, scheduling calls, and then not notifying us that they're canceled or they're not, you know, things like that, like, don't expect us to be super excited whenever we're like looking at our plan and, you know, like, oh, so-and-so scheduled a call. Are they actually going to show up? Are they going to notify me? You know, like it puts all these like naturally negative things out there. But if you know, just schedule your time, like look at your schedule, look in specific areas that you can be more consistent in your life. And this is my last point. There are so many other things that I want to talk about, but building your willpower. It's crushing whenever you have a network marketing business and you're trying to be positive all the time, and then you have someone from left field that messages you and you're like, oh man, seriously? Like that just throws you off so bad. Your whole day can just be wrecked. That's not how you want to do your business, because you don't want to lose an entire day because you're down in the dumps because somebody pissed you off so bad, you know, like they hurt your feelings or whatever. You have to have the willpower to be able to charge through that. So whatever tricks you have up your sleeve, we all have them. We're all grown women on this call right now. I know we have our own ways of getting ourselves out of it, right? Whether it's having some wine, whether it's like smacking your face, you're like, God, snap out of it. Whatever it is, like, hey man, what's up? Like, is that, what's up?
He's bringing the wine.
Yeah, bring the wine. This is great. Have willpower.
He's consistent.
That's right. Be consistent, man. But yeah, whatever those tricks are, those can apply here, you guys. Like, it doesn't matter if it's something completely random that gets your energy back and gets you back on track. If you need one of us to have a chat with you, if you guys want to just like talk it out, let us know. But last thing, your action should always speak louder than your words. Or should speak louder than your words, but also should match your words. So again, back to the point about being consistent with appointments and saying you're going to be somewhere and you're going to have a lunch call with or lunch date with someone about wine. Don't be 15 minutes late and then have them be like, oh, I want to take our business seriously, you know? So that's a really important thing, time management, but your actions should definitely match your words. So do what you say you're going to do. Show up. If you need our help, we're, like I said before, we're going to show up for you if you show up. So, yeah, that's pretty much what I've got to say. But that mindset is huge. So Kelly, take it away.
Okay. So I just have like one or two more things to say about consistency or being consistent, and then I'll move into mindset. I know that like all the time, if you guys haven't gone back in the Zooms and talk and seen my Zooms about like branding and about like creating your story and stuff like that, another thing that needs to be consistent all the time is your story and what you're saying to people. That's why we encourage you to use the scripts, because literally the top income earners in the company are using them. Obviously, like you want to be able to go ahead and, you know, tweak them so it sounds like you or whatever, but you need to be saying the same things to people. Your why needs to be the same. If you don't know why you're in this business, you need to take like about 5 steps back and think about, you know, why you're doing what you're doing. And that story needs to be running through your entire business. Like my entire business is not based on line. My entire business is based on my story. And my entire business is based on my brand, which actually has very little to do with wine. It's about financial freedom, and it's about being able to do what I want to do when I want to do it. So that is kind of, you know, what another thing that you have to be consistent about, reminding people, hey, this is why I'm here. This is why I'm doing this. Like every trip I take, you know, I document it. And at the end of the trip, I'm like, hey, I was just able to go here. And guess what? If I had a 9-to-5 job, I wouldn't be able to go here. And, you know, just doing stuff like that. But I'm going to switch the gears and go into mindset. Most of you know my background, but some of you don't. I had never done network marketing before. This is my first time doing anything like this. I was in sales and marketing for a while. I worked for 5-star hotels, and I know we have 10 minutes left. I worked for 5-star hotels. Doing that, I basically worked in a corporate job, and it took me a really long time. Like basically it took me getting married to my husband who's in the Army, having a really tough time finding jobs that actually paid me what I needed to be paid. And then we got pregnant, had my son. I wasn't able to work out of the home. And, you know, I ended up working for a few ad agencies and basically figured out like I'm not very employable. I don't like working for other people. So when this opportunity came up, and I decided to do this, and number one, like the timing and positioning was like the only reason really, like even though it was wine, the timing and positioning of this company was the only reason why I decided to join. And at least I would have joined as a customer, but at least as a distributor, that's why I decided to join. And I will tell you that like my mindset from the beginning, from when I dropped $500 to sign up as an elite member back in October, is I will not fail. And that's basically like, that is the crux of, you know, what my mindset is this is going to work. It's not like, I hope this works, whatever, like this is going to work. I don't have any other choices. As soon as I started making enough money, I quit my other jobs. And I quit my other jobs because I knew that I was wasting my time and I was wasting my money when I could be focusing on something that was going to bring me in a lot more money later on down the road. And I'm not like encouraging you guys to all like leave here today and go and like quit your jobs or anything. That's not what I'm, you know, trying to say. But I am saying like, you know, like you need to have the mindset of like, you know, this is going to work. Lauren had the mindset of this is a good opportunity. Because you know what, like a lot of people, my biggest hang up when I first started doing network marketing was when I approached people about this opportunity, I felt like I was a burden to them. I felt like I was annoying them. And then like, you know, the more I think about it, I'm like, well, who am I not to give them this opportunity? You know, like, you know what a good opportunity, you saw what a good opportunity it was. It's not like you're trying to sell somebody on some like magic fix thing. Like it's freaking wine. And it's a ground floor opportunity. There is literally, we were 2,000 people in October, and now we are at 25,000. So there are people that see the value in this. This is probably the fastest growing network marketing company, like under the face of the earth, to be honest. And, you know, if Lauren had not taken the opportunity to say, like, hey, why don't, hey, I wanted to talk to you about a wine club I'm working with. And if I hadn't, just given her the time of day, given her 30 minutes of my time, at least, 4 of you on this call wouldn't be here. You don't, you need to realize that you have, more power. And there's this book, and I don't have the full quote, but there is a quote. It's by a lady called Marianne Williamson, and she's an author. And in the quote, she says, I have it on my Instagram, so I'm just going to go back and find part of it. But it's a really important thing to remember.
Kelly, I love what when you and I were preparing this call tonight. I love what you said about don't give yourself the option for if this doesn't work out.
Yeah.
That can't even, I know you basically said that, but I love it. It's don't even give yourself the option. It's not on the board.
In the quote, I found it. It's by Marianne Williamson, and she says, our deepest fear is not that we're inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we're powerful beyond measure. Who are you not to be powerful, smart, beautiful, whatever. I'm going to tell you right now, this is a fact. This is a fact. The most millionaires are produced by network marketing and real estate. You have the perfect opportunity. You have the perfect timing and the opportunity. You have all of the training that you need. You do not need to feel not prepared, because guess what? You don't need a college degree for this. You don't need some special training. And guess what? You can fail forward. If you're screwing up, just keep on doing some personal development and keep moving forward. If you screw up talking to someone, it doesn't matter. Guess how many Facebook friends do you have? I have 5,000 Facebook friends. I have 5,000 people to go through before I even have to start worrying about finding people. Until all of them say, no, I don't have to work my cold market unless I don't want to. And if I don't want to work my warm market, then I can go and talk to whatever, 1 point whatever billion people. Literally right now, there are about 25,000 people in the company. That breaks down to only 500 distributors per state if they were evenly dispersed throughout the entire company. Do you realize what an opportunity that is? 500 people per state. That's ridiculous. So, this is, guys, that's just kind of what I want to talk about with mindset. Don't give yourself the option to fail. If you could start any other business for a fee of either $250 or $500 and, make as much money, as, people are even I'm making, people start companies and they expect 5 years to see a return on investment. You sign up 2 people and that's your return on investment. There's no better business than this. And that's I'm basically giving you guys a pep talk right now. I'm not talking too much about mindset, but literally your mindset needs to be I will not fail. I will keep on putting one foot in front of the other until I see results. I will have a positive attitude. I know what I have in front of me. For those of you that are Christians or, have some sort of faith, that as a Christian, that you're going to be hated on all the time. People are going to hate on you. They're going to say mean things to you, and they're going to mock you, whatever. Doesn't mean that you're wrong. It just means that people don't understand what you're doing. And that's where consistency comes in. That's why you need to start being consistent, because I can't tell you the amount of people that have started off as haters. No, I don't want to know about that. No, I don't want to know about that. And 2 months later, they say, hey, can you give me a little bit more information about that wine company? Yeah. It happens all the time. That's why you have to be consistent, because people don't like what they don't understand.
Right.
They don't like what they don't see. And if you're not consistent, if you're not showing up every day and saying to them hey, this is what I'm doing. And if you're not confident in what you're doing, that's going to show. I have crappy days. I have days where I sit downstairs and watch Real Housewives of New York City all day. I have days where I, am just pissed off because every single person that I've talked to has said no. But I wake up the next morning and I know okay, so I didn't sign up a single person last week but my residual income, like from you guys signing up people, was like $500. So that's going to happen for you guys. Eventually, you're going to build up that team, and you're going to be able to get that. And I'm not saying that as like some like thing. Like, I mean, like I sucked ass last week. I had things to do. I had family in town. I didn't do anything, but you guys did stuff, and I got money for it. Like, and that's what you need to do. And the one, I know we have one, like less than a minute left. And I'm going to tell you right now, when you hit master seller, it doesn't mean that you've made it. You need to hit master seller over and over
On
and over.
repeat.
I have 40 people, you know, under me, and, you know, people are starting to duplicate now, but you need like 9 master sellers on your team before you're really, you know, so that's why consistency in training is important too. That's why we do these calls every week, because you need to train and you need to know how to train. Like, you need to be trained well, and you need to know how to train your people well.
All right. One last point, you guys. I'm going to challenge you guys all to bring one other person on the call next week. So invite one person, whether it's in your downline, whether it's in, you know, if it's someone that's in an accountability group. Bravo, McKinsey on that, by the way, killing it. But invite one person on this call. I want to see double the amount of people on next week's call. There's no reason why we're not, you know, having more people on these calls, and we need you guys to help us keep people accountable. So let's get +1 on next week's call. Okay. All right, guys. Have a great rest of your night. Thanks for getting on. Bye.